Sergeant First Class Paul Ray Smith, April 4, 2003. Baghdad International Airport, Iraq. Sergeant First Class Paul Ray Smith is a combat engineer with the 11th Engineer Battalion. His unit is tasked with establishing a prisoner processing point near the terminal. They are suddenly engaged by 100 Iraqi Republican Guard soldiers. The ambush is high intensity. Smith organizes a tactical defense and personally mans a .50 caliber machine gun mounted on a damaged, armored personnel carrier. He is positioned in an exposed hatch under heavy small arms fire. He discharges multiple rounds, suppressing the enemy advance. This allows for the successful medical evacuation of wounded American personnel. Smith demonstrated total disregard for his safety. During the engagement, a bullet strikes Smith in the head. Biological functions cease immediately. The autopsy report confirms death due to severe cranial trauma. His actions prevented the overrun of the American position. He is the first Iraq War recipient of the Medal of Honor. First Lieutenant John Robert Fox, December 26, 1944, Sama Colonia, Italy. First Lieutenant John Robert Fox is a forward observer with the 598th Artillery Battalion. His observation post is located in a high-floor room of a village house. German infantry launched a major counteroffensive, infiltrating the village and surrounding the position. Fox remained at his post. As the enemy forces occupied the streets below, Fox radioed his battalion. He ordered a massive artillery barrage. The artillery officer questioned the request, noting it was lethal to Fox. Fox insisted on the strike to destroy the superior enemy force and save the retreating Americans. This was his final communication with command. The barrage impacted the building with clinical precision. Fox was killed instantly by the concussive force and shrapnel. His body was recovered weeks later when the village was retaken. Forensic analysis confirmed the lethal nature of the friendly fire strike. He successfully neutralized the German advance. His sacrifice is documented as a primary archival record of heroism. Pref. Ross McGinnis, December 4, 2006. Adamia, Baghdad. Private First Class Ross McGinnis is manning a machine gun atop a Humvee. 4 fellow soldiers are seated inside the vehicle during a routine combat patrol. An insurgent throws a fragmentation grenade into the gunner's hatch. The device lands inside the vehicle behind the seat. McGinnis has the immediate opportunity to jump from the vehicle to safety. He drops back into the interior. He deliberately pins the grenade between his back and the vehicle's radio mount. This action absorbs the full force of the detonation, shielding the others. The grenade explodes. McGinnis is killed instantly. The 4 other occupants survive with minor injuries due to his physical suppression of the blast. The autopsy report details massive internal trauma and thermal injuries to his torso. The clinical data. It confirms his survival was impossible. His record is preserved. He was 19 years old. The mission ended in tragedy. This is a documented act of valor. The military file concludes. Captain Hilliard Wilbanks, February 24, 1967, Dalat, South Vietnam. Captain Hilliard Wilbanks is piloting an unarmored observation plane. He is supporting a Ranger platoon. The unit is ambushed by a Viet Cong force. The Rangers are pinned down in an open area with no air cover. He intervenes. He repeatedly dives his light aircraft toward the enemy lines to draw their fire. He has no mounted weapons. He fires his rifle through the cockpit window. These low-altitude passes distract the enemy, allowing the Rangers to organize a retreat. They successfully evacuate the area under his protective flight. On his final pass, Wilbanks is struck by ground fire. His aircraft crashes into the terrain. The forensic record identifies gunshot wounds as the cause of death. His biological functions ceased. He died due to shock. He was awarded the Medal of Honor. His bravery saved many lives. The wreckage was cleared. This history is factual. The archives contain the full mission details. His legacy is immortal. The document is now complete. File closed. Wilbanks maintained flight control until the terminal impact. Lieutenant Michael Murphy, June 28, 2005. The Hindu Kush Mountains, Kunar Province, Afghanistan. Lieutenant Michael Murphy leads a 4-man Navy SEAL reconnaissance team during Operation Red Wings. The team is compromised by local goat herders and subsequently ambushed by a superior force of Taliban fighters. The terrain is extreme, consisting of steep cliffs and dense brush. The team is forced into a fighting retreat down the mountain. Communication equipment fails due to the mountainous topography. Murphy recognizes that the team will be neutralized without external support. He deliberately leaves his cover and moves into an open clearing to achieve a satellite signal. This position exposes him to direct, unobstructed enemy fire. While making the call for reinforcements, he is struck repeatedly in the back and chest. Despite these catastrophic injuries, he completes the transmission and provides his coordinates. He then returns to his cover to continue the engagement. His physical state deteriorates rapidly due to massive blood loss. Biological functions cease on the mountainside. He is 29 years old. One team member eventually survived the mission. Murphy was posthumously awarded the Medal of Honor. CPL Jason Dunham, April 14, 2004. Karabila, Iraq. Corporal Jason Dunham is leading a Marine patrol near the Syrian border. They hear gunfire and move to support a convoy that has been ambushed. Dunham intercepts a vehicle attempting to flee the scene. A struggle ensues with the driver, who drops a live hand grenade. The pin has been pulled. Dunham has only seconds to react. He identifies the immediate lethal threat to his fellow Marines. Dunham chooses to cover the grenade with his Kevlar helmet and his own body. He deliberately pins the explosive against the ground to contain the blast radius. The grenade detonates. The force of the explosion is primarily absorbed by the helmet and Dunham's torso. This action prevents the fragmentation from striking the two Marines standing in immediate proximity. Dunham sustains severe trauma to his head and body. He is evacuated to a medical facility in Germany and later to Maryland. Despite advanced neurological intervention, he never regains consciousness. He is pronounced dead on April 22, 2004, at the National Naval Medical Center. He is 22 years old. The medical report cites massive brain injury as the cause of death. Petty Officer Michael Monsoor, September 29, 2006, Ramadi, Iraq. Petty Officer 2nd Class Michael Monsoor is a Navy SEAL providing sniper overwatch from a rooftop. He is positioned the only exit with two other SEALs. An insurgent on the street below throws a fragmentation grenade onto the roof. The device strikes Monsoor in the chest and falls to the ground in front of him. Monsoor is the only team member with a clear path to jump from the roof to safety. The others are pinned. He chooses to drop onto the grenade. The grenade explodes seconds later. The force is absorbed by his body and tactical gear. Monsoor sustains catastrophic internal injuries and external trauma. He is evacuated to a combat clinic but dies approximately 30 minutes later. His two teammates survive with only minor injuries. The forensic report confirms that his physical intervention was the sole reason the others avoided lethal fragmentation. Monsoor was 25 years old. He was posthumously awarded the Medal of Honor. His remains were interred at Fort Rosecrans National Cemetery. The record is clear and authoritative. The case study is complete. The report is finalized. MSG Gary Gordon, October 3, 1993. Mogadishu, Somalia. Master Sergeant Gary Gordon is a Delta Force sniper providing aerial coverage during the Battle of Mogadishu. A second Black Hawk helicopter, Super 6-4, is shot down by an RPG. A violent mob begins to converge on the crash site. Gordon observes the situation from a helicopter above. He repeatedly requests permission to be inserted into the debris to protect the injured crew. Permission is initially denied due to the extreme risk. Gordon persists and is eventually inserted with Sergeant First Class Randall Shugart. They move through intense fire to reach the wreckage. Gordon extracts the pilot, Michael Durant, and establishes a defensive perimeter. They hold the position against hundreds of armed militia members. Gordon is eventually struck by fatal small arms fire. Shugart is also killed shortly after. The pilot was later released. Forensic analysis of the site confirmed that Gordon fought until his ammunition was exhausted. He was 40 years old. He was posthumously awarded the Medal of Honor. This remains one of the most significant archival records of voluntary sacrifice in modern military history. The documentation is factual, the archive is complete.